This is Chris Hansen.
Chad doing Rip City Radio here.
It's your favorite basketball player, Tyler Hansbrough.
This is Jamie Hudson.
This is TJ Houshmandzadeh.
And I'm going to let y'all know something.
Duke sucks and Duke will always suck.
You're listening to
It Just Makes Sense.
It Just Makes Sense.
You're listening to It Just Makes Sense.
With Braxton, Miguel, and Peter.
If you're looking for expert sports takes, look elsewhere.
I feel like this is one of those games. It's one of those games.
Was that a Fred Durst?
Really? Did you like the point? Like you were going to back me up on that?
Well, I would be the only person who know.
B9. B9. Agnes's tumor is B9. B9. That's essentially it. That is
He throws
it.
jokes like that?
I don't know. I would just say I expect it. So.
You think between all the son-in-laws, you have... This would actually be pretty sad. Do you think you have the best timing and best jokes between you and the other parts?
Yes.
Dude. What a scene.
I have people... I found
Peter's
a family...
a comedic icon.
Yeah. They get it. They appreciate me. They get my humor. Unlike you guys.
You're Jim
and you all people.
You're Jim Gaffigan at the yard farm.
Yeah. I've got Chris Yard texting me TikTok content ideas. Yeah. That's no
Serious?
joke. She did that earlier this week. Yeah.
For your TikTok?
Well, for the company's TikTok, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not like me personally. But.
She's like, we need to get your follower numbers up, sweetie.
Yeah. She wanted me to do the 3 non-blondes with the bitches ain't shit with something for my company. And I'm like, I can't do that. Scrub Daddy can do that. We cannot do that.
I really want to be... I want to be there for one get-together.
They get everything.
If you're the stand-up comedian of that group,
Yeah.
I just want to be there for one
night.
One party.
And you just don't talk the whole
I
time.
just want to observe.
Yeah.
I just want to see what
Should
goes down.
I record it? Should I just bring that and then just record it?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
You should.
Mm-hmm.
Just put it in the corner and say, don't mind that.
Usually Comedy Hour gets put to the side when Chris Yard starts having sneezing attacks, and she just can't stop. And it happens every time. She drinks white wine, and something in the white wine just triggers her nostrils, and then she just sneezes for a half hour.
Is she one of those that's like people that
Like
would sneeze like 20 in a row?
No, it won't be like quick succession. It'll be like maybe it's like an aftershock, like every 30 seconds or something. Like just when you forgot about it. And then it'll happen
that's
again.
annoying.
Yeah, like
Do you
blow
tell
your
her
nose.
to go in the other room until it's over?
Yeah. Oh man, there's gonna be so much family coming up.
It's kind of like after a guy would climax or would come to his senses, you do something. You either cough or you sneeze. It's like that kind of an aftershock.
Oh yeah, like a little.
I cough.
Tucker chill.
Yeah, I just do a like. If you hear that from the other room, I just jizz.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Just one though. You've heard me cough because like allergies.
What
But
if
just a one like?
How
that means?
How will I ever know?
You've heard it. You've been around.
What if? I feel
don't
like
doubt that.
one of these would you rathers is like, would you rather every time you cough, you jizz, or I feel like that's going to be one of those hypotheticals that he comes up with.
It doesn't matter what the other one would be because the first one's already like how I function. So like you're changing my life, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, every time Braxton hits the pin wrong, he's just like, oh God, there's so many feelings happening.
That would be nice.
So many feelings. So yeah, lots of family time coming up. He's got Michael Jordan's steakhouse. We're gonna talk maybe some bets
with his cousin
well.
Michael.
Yeah,
You got it.
with his yeah.
I think you guys are really focused on the steakhouse, which I am excited for. That's 50% of that night. The other 50 is what my
your
family
at the casino.
We all love to gamble.
Yeah,
I mean, there could not be a more perfect spot after a great steak dinner than for all of us to disperse and fucking
curious
gamble.
the amount of people who will be there.
I am too. I would assume like because I can see it going either way.
We've been
Right.
there. We've been there for Thanksgiving dinner before. like 3 years ago. It is popping at the casino.
Nice.
Okay.
Love
It
that.
is busy as fuck.
Yeah, I'm very jealous. No doubt about it. I've been wanting to go to Michael Jordan Steakhouse for a very long time.
There's a couple restaurants outside of the steakhouse that is hosting like a Thanksgiving like dinner buffet or something like that, and there's a lot of people that come after dinner and have drinks.
You'll have to report back though, because if it is not worth it, then not interested.
What, the food?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to. You should get the butcher blocks, and then you get a full
And
representation.
then you bring
of-
back, any leftovers.
There's
for us.
going to be no leftovers.
I honestly, I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think I'm gonna be in the position to feel like it's not worth it, because if you look at the price of the steakhouse, you're not paying that much. It'd be like going to Clyde's, where it's like, is it the best thing you've ever had? Maybe there's some that are like a few that's better,
Right.
But for the price, like Michael
Okay.
Jordan Steakhouse is like a $50 steak.
It's a good value.
Yeah, you get a lot of
value.
Great value.
How many people does the butcher block say it feeds? Is that like supposed to be a 3-4 thing?
It says 3 to 4, and in parentheses it says or just Miguel.
Or old Juan Magoo?
Has my picture on it from Cabo.
Yeah. Are you in charge of the turkey this year?
I'm not for the first
What?
time in many years.
Is it Jay?
Is it? Yeah, I was gonna say follow up.
No. So,
Dude, if Jay's in charge, it's stuffed with tomatoes.
did you get-
It is going to be stuffed with tomatoes.
Did you get relegated? What
No.
happened?
So last year we went to my parents
Yeah.
for the first time.
Sure.
Because we knew that the traditions and the customs that we had with Jared's family around Christmas were already kind of set. It's much easier to be like, oh, hey, we're doing Thanksgiving with my parents. So we did that last year, and it was lame as fuck.
You did where?
Lame as
You did
Thanksgiving at my parents this
Was-
last year,
was
yeah,
poopy.
and it was lame as fuck.
yeah.
Oh, was that when like there was a guest that you were telling us about?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
The pastor or whatever. Fucking...
I mean, I can tell you more about it later. But
We'll take it offline.
I mean, I didn't think it would be a big deal. Like, they don't drink, obviously. But it was just like sitting at the table with a guest from their church that I have no idea who this person is. And they're like trying to force conversation with him and be cordial. It's like, I can't be myself.
Mm-hmm.
So we nixed it. And we're going back to the fun family. And I think because we just had notified them of that,
Yeah.
that's why they didn't ask me.
You were everything was designated.
Yeah.
All big things were
So with
allocated.
your family, you're the turkey guy. With Jared's family, you're talking about like Bill and Janny,
Yeah, that's where we're going to be.
and that they do all the cooking and shit.
Yeah.
at the golf course.
But even previously, I had provided turkeys for those get-togethers, but they just weren't expecting
and
us
why
to be
aren't
at
these blended then? Why don't they all get together?
I mean, my parents are invited, but I don't think they would do that.
Okay.
Because it's there's like alcohol or too much part of a party scene.
Maybe. I think that just because they have, like, Jay's sister lives close by, and they would feel an obligation to, like, be with her and their family that are close by, and, like, I don't think they would want to leave her behind and be like, go off to the party.
Gotcha.
Is the pool heated?
Yeah.
Is there a hot tub? There's a hot tub too, right? Yeah.
don't
Off to
know.
the
Oh,
corner.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
In
yeah.
the corner.
In the covered area.
Boy, howdy.
But
That
it's
sounds
gonna
like
be
a
good.
hoot.
Do your families do the whole let's go around and say what we're thankful for
Oh, gosh.
before you eat?
No.
My family.
I mean,
We'd have ones.
we
and
have
I-
in the past. I mean, Jay is the king of, okay, everybody, before we eat, do this, think about that. Let's everybody go around and say something. And don't touch your food. Have it in front of you, watch it, talk about whatever the fuck I
let
tell
that
you to.
shit get cold.
It was very, very annoying.
Yeah.
After his 10-minute fucking prayer.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a no. That's like a no smoking sign. If you tell me not to touch my food,
Yeah.
I am devouring everything.
We're already talking about like holiday, post Thanksgiving and Christmas get-togethers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if I can stomach another white elephant exchange with the family. Because it just like they blended the kids and the adults last year, and then it turned into this whole thing where Chris and one of the nieces, or I guess her
the inappropriate shit.
Well, there was that one too. So there's one at the Festivus one, which is kind of like shit that you have around your house that you did, and then there's like the one on Christmas, which is like a $50 max or something like that. And everyone had these great gifts and everything, and I'm not trying to dog on my sister here because P1 Jill. I think that when someone opened my sister's vibrator that she bought, that was just kind of like that was the wrong crowd to
Can
do
you
that
describe?
too.
Are we talking about like a pocket rocket, or is it
No.
like one of those spider things? Like which one
I
is
feel like it was like a big long one that kind of curved a little bit.
So it looked like a penis. It
Yeah.
wasn't just like a
it?
sleek.
It wasn't a.
I don't think so.
It was a
Bullet.
dildo.
I think so, but I remember telling my sister, like, hey, don't like get a dildo or whatever. And then she was like, well, it's not a dildo. And I'm like, well, I guess you got me there.
So it hits the.
And then Thomas got it. My
So
brother got
It hits the clit and the leather Cheerio.
I don't remember.
You said it. Well, you described it like
was
it curves.
mortified. I don't remember what the end story was. I felt so bad that my brother ended up with this freaking sex toy. While my whole, I'm just maybe they didn't think it was that big of a deal.
I'm sure they thought
Thomas
it was
probably
hilarious.
was psyched to have it.
Yeah. Well, I ended up having to buy him something else because I don't know, just felt bad.
Isn't it his sister too?
Yeah.
Why are you?
Yeah.
I don't quite remember. Oh, because he had it and he had stolen it, and so he was super interested in it. That's why. And so then, anyways, we'll talk about it later. We'll
Not surprised.
yeah. I am drinking tonight a 7-Up with 0 sugar, but it's a Shirley Temple. I don't understand the chemistry of that because isn't a Shirley Temple supposed to be extra sugar within a soda pop?
That's not. That is the result
Yeah.
of a Shirley Temple, not the reason.
Right.
Shirley
Also, are we
Temple.
sponsored by these guys for you to talk about?
No. I just wanted to bring
I
it
did
up.
actually have one of those just the other night, and I put a little splash of tequila in it. It wasn't bad.
Was it not bad?
Yeah.
There's an interesting film to it.
Yeah,
got a-
it sticks to the teeth.
Yeah, it sticks to the roof of the mouth a little bit strangely. So
All the
did have to-
sugars are just dissolving on your tongue.
something. But I mean, it's zero
All-
sugar. So what is
It's
that?
all the sugar substitute.
Right.
Zero sugar and diet soda probably have more of the sugar taste.
It's just Splenda.
Quite possibly.
Excuse me.
We saw
He just came.
yeah, I mean, I'm
turning
so
in.
tired of coming right now. That's
My
sneezing.
urethra is battered.
Yeah.
Ever heard of a battered urethra?
It's our back-to-back days that we've seen.
Bruised, battered.
Back-to-back days that we've seen each other's boys. We were at Mitchell's house for a morning breakfast soccer match
That was nice.
in which we've never done that before, but
No,
I
it was
quite
nice.
enjoyed it. And then we stayed around and watched. I don't know, how late did you guys end up staying?
I was there till like 4:30.
Okay.
just
I
right
left
before.
shortly after you.
Yeah. Where it
They-
was.
he does that all the time. They get up that early. Those soccer guys
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
But I was like, why the fuck? I remember setting my alarm for 7:30 on a fucking Sunday, and I'm like, what the fuck?
What am I
is wrong with
doing?
me?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Well, you were cozying your Tottenham Hotspurs robe. Are you going to return that and then buy a Chelsea one?
No, because I'm a Tottenham guy.
Yeah.
So returning it would be
Oh,
dumb.
Tottenham lad.
Yeah. Lad.
In it.
In it. Well, anyways, Miguel had. Did you have money on it, or it was just like before you placed the live?
No,
bet?
because the team I chose sucks.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna bet on them. I
Yeah.
just did a live bet in the middle.
So right when it was about 20 minutes into the match, I placed a bet on Arsenal at minus 165 to win that. to win. Shortly after they scored back-to-back goals, went 2-0 into the half, which is when you, a Hotspurs lad, chose to kind of wave the white towel, but then say, hey, if my team's going to lose, I might as well try to
I
win.
mean, he knows his squad.
Yeah.
He knows the guys on the pitch.
You think I didn't know they were going to score one goal? The luckiest goal that day.
Luckiest goal.
He knew.
That was an insane fucking goal. I was like, oh, they might.
He just kind of like chipped it over the head. So what did you do?
It was 2-0 or nil,
Nil.
as Jordan would say. And I placed a $5 bet for the final score to be 4-1, Arsenal. And it was $5 to pay 73.
That's big time.
I was like, Arsenal's going to kill them because they're huge favorites. And it was like 10 or 15 minutes into the second half. The Kyle Kuzma-looking guy from Tottenham scored that goal from
the neck tattoo
midfield, kicked it high, and the goalkeeper couldn't reach it. And at that point, I was like, holy shit, they have one goal. They're probably never going to score again because they were never on their side. And then when it was 3-1, and then Arsenal scored like 10 minutes later, when it was 3-1, there was a cash out of $34.
Right, yeah.
That's when I was like, should I do it? And then just like put more money in. And it was Tommy G that was like, they'll score again. But the thing is, they're so dominant, they'll probably score five goals
again and again.
So when it was 4-1, it went up to like $50. And I'm like, dude, it's $5. I'm just going to let it fucking ride. It got really close, though, because Arsenal had 2 more shots at the goal.
They did.
And it was blocked.
Well, I won $4 off of that match.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Big
It's
time.
not quite a 20 whatever X on yours.
If there's one thing I've learned over the years, never trust Tommy G.
Dude is always scheming.
Always.
Yeah. It's just like, you have to just like,
Maybe for tennis. I'll trust him in tennis.
do you? Do you really? Well, let's see. I have not an update, but I was playing a little tinfoil hat this week, boys. Is that after the podcast in which we talked about my neighbor, right? And about all of that. I post the podcast on Wednesday night, and everything is live and everything like that. Thursday morning, I wake up, my car got absolutely ransacked. And I was like, this guy got into my car, heard what I said. I don't even know if he listens.
What
to the damn
happened?
thing. Well, and so then we have like a neighborhood Facebook group, and someone actually posted a video of their Ring camera of someone going down our street trying to get in everyone's cars. And he didn't take anything.
Do you lock your car?
I try to, but here's a weird thing. Older car, 2011 Tahoe here. In the winter, when it gets a little bit colder, that fob doesn't always like to work. You have to press it real hard.
Oh, wait, Acura MDX here.
Do you?
Can confirm.
Can confirm. It's harder to lock your car in the wintertime for whatever reason. And
Well, it's a bit nipply out there for everybody.
yeah. And so I've tried to make it a habit, and then I feel like it's probably the same person who did it last time. This is the second time it's happened. They never get anything, and they never take anything.
You don't
It's like,
leave important shit in there, right?
no, 0%. Why would I do that? But it was just, it made it a little bit more unsettling when I saw the video. It made me feel like, ooh, that's real.
Like neighbor in here?
Yeah. Yeah, like someone like 2 doors down. 3 doors down, actually.
Do you have a doorbell cam?
We do, but it's not active. I think I'm going to definitely maybe
Activate
Black
that bitch.
Friday deals and outfit this
Activate.
whole house.
Activate.
Yeah, dude. I think
That's what you call your
it's clutch
jerk
having a
sessions.
doorbell cam. However, today I'm trying to backtrack and figure out what happened because it didn't. It's weird. Like when cars drive by, it'll notify me, which I'm fine with.
Sure.
It doesn't bother me. And Ashley gets home from work and she goes, "Did you see what happened to our mailbox?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "It's hanging on its side, like someone
no
hit
way.
it." So I'm going through every notification, and if someone hit it, they didn't stop at all. So
Interesting.
if any of those cars just like grazed it, they just kept going. So it's back, but it's wiggly, like it's not firm on there.
Could you go back, or do you only get snippets of things coming by?
I get
Is it always,
snippets.
you don't have like 24-hour access to
No,
it?
because I'm not paying for it. We're
Yeah.
only paying like $32 for the security system and
Got
not
it.
for the doorbell cam 24-hour thing.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't think it was him who rummaged through and tore up my car, but, you know.
Doing
hope
that might
it
be too
is.
loud for him.
Yeah,
That's true.
Do you think he can hear us right now?
Maybe.
What's this guy's name?
I think we said it was.
You said it was Daniel.
I
or
think it's
something.
Daniel. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, Daniel. That's it.
Tell him next time. Why don't you turn your hearing aids down, bro?
Yeah, seriously.
Old guy.
Earplugs.
Let's see.
Roasted.
Sports?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of them either. College football.
How about them duckies?
Well, let's talk about what Notre Dame did first.
Okay, fine.
Notre Dame had a 21-point lead with 5 minutes into the game without ever stepping on the field on offense. Let that sink in. 21-0, 5 minutes into the game. They hadn't touched the ball on offense.
Who'd they play?
They played Syracuse. They had 2 pick sixes and a punt return for a touchdown. Ended up giving Syracuse their largest defeat in program history, 70-7. So, not good for them. Let's see. Do you think that Penn State is already regretting firing James Franklin?
I mean, yeah. I think that after this whole coaching carousel is complete, all the dust is going to clear and everybody's going to look around and say, okay, well, you know, Florida got a great guy, LSU got a great guy, and Penn State's just going to be kind of sitting there with their dick in their hand.
Right.
With you know, they have to go young or kind of no name or something like that. I think they're going to kind of be hung out to dry.
But what's interesting is what's happening with their interim right now, Terry Smith. So Terry Smith was part of the Joe Paterno era when he was a player, then has coached for the last decade as well. This guy, you know, beats Matt Rule, which is not good for Matt Rule if they're thinking that, like, hey, you lost to the interim coach here, and now all of a sudden this Terry Smith guy is like saying all that he can. He's wearing this like Joe Paterno button. He's pandering to the crowd. Players are like, hire Terry Smith now. He's never been a head coach before. Less a, you know.
Shot.
You think though?
Throw
him in.
That's
Available.
not, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you didn't fire James Franklin though to get an interim guy who's never been a head coach on to be your head coach again.
But maybe what you want isn't what you need. You know what I mean?
Mm,
They need Terry.
right. So you always like the bad boys, but what you really need is someone who's
Yeah.
attuned to your feelings.
Yeah.
Boring.
Speak-
Give me the bad boy.
Speaking of which,
God, you went gay there real quick. Real gay.
I watched
G-H-E-Y.
I watched 10 Things I Hate About You with Jara the other night. First time she'd ever seen it.
What?
Yeah.
So good. It's on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Did she enjoy it?
Yeah.
There's a dick on my face, isn't there?
Did you cry when you saw Heath?
I mean, it was, we both were like, this is kind of weird.
Yeah. It is
Pop
interesting.
quiz, though.
Yeah.
That is modeled after a Shakespearean play.
Oh, really?
What Shakespearean play is it?
I could not
I know.
tell you.
I know it's one of the two I'm going to say.
Okay.
It's Hamlet or Othello.
Wrong.
Midsummer's.
Wrong.
Damn.
Taming of the Shrew.
Taming of the Shrew.
I don't believe
Continue.
So Terry Smith to me feels like Rich Bisaccia with the Raiders. He was the guy who stepped in post, I think John Gruden, after John Gruden got fired or whatnot. But so like he had success. He went 7-5 as an interim, and everyone was like, hire this guy. And then they ended up going with Josh McDaniels, and we know how that went. So,
I mean, Penn State has no one to blame if they don't end up with a good coach. That they were coming for Franklin's head. It's
Yeah.
like, this is enough. You can't win a big game. It's been 12 years or whatever. So what are you gonna do?
Well, maybe they go and hire Justin Wilcox, fired after 9 seasons at Cal.
The Cal guy?
Yeah, and if Oregon State had any amount of sense, they would make that call as well. But
I mean, Oregon State is holding out for Coach O.
I
heard Lane Kiffin's going to Oregon State.
Right. We'll talk about
That
Lane
would be
Kiffin here
something.
shortly. Cal loses to Stanford. Ron Rivera is their football GM at Cal, which I think, and he was brought in to modernize the program. I was like, how are you going to get that guy to modernize anything?
One of the most old school guys to modernize your fucking program.
It's like that feels like a misalignment to me if I ever saw it. But yeah, speaking of Lane Kiffin came out. He had an interview and was kind of dodgy, and then there was a report or a statement that came out with the GM that says, "Hey, the decision is going to be made after the Egg Bowl." And so I guess we're going to find out.
Well, it's this Friday, right?
Is it Friday?
Yeah.
Sure. We'll talk odds here shortly. But there's a lot of people at this point who are just saying, this is basically the biggest troll job of all time. That, eventually he's just going to...
I'm staying.
Yeah, and then he's gonna troll these guys, and he's just going to be the villain in 2 other places, which I think he likes. Yeah, likes and wants. What say you guys? And do you have Ole Miss in our bet? Who has Ole Miss in our bet?
I have LSU.
And so I think I have Florida.
I have he stays.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't want to make the bet.
No, I didn't.
So,
But I do think that he stays.
yeah.
I do think that this is a troll job. I think he's calculated enough and in tune enough to see the benefits of doing something like this. I don't necessarily agree with this kind of shtick, but I definitely think it's up his alley.
Until he goes to Penn State.
That would be crazy.
Right, that would
Surprise,
come out
bitches.
of nowhere. Absolute nowhere. I do feel like Penn State is gonna all of a sudden get left out in nothing. But yeah, so Friday, 9 a.m. is the Egg Bowl. So the day after.
What a stupid name for a
Thanksgiving.
rivalry game.
Right.
The Egg Bowl.
Yeah, what's the history on that?
I don't know. Let me.
Everyone from the state of Mississippi have an egg-shaped head.
Why is
That's
it
why it's an egg bowl.
called the Egg
Bet me.
Bowl? I imagine that people who are listening right now are just yelling at us. The Egg Bowl gets its name from an actual trophy shaped like a football with a cracked egg top.
Lame.
So,
Poopy.
yeah. The too long didn't read. Sport, whatever. Yeah. Not
No,
great.
that was good enough for me.
That was
Thanks
just
for not
fine.
continuing to read the whole paragraph.
Good enough for
I've
me.
learned from my ways. So.
I thought you were going to dim the lights and go, so the Egg Bowl's history.
Yeah, turn the lights off. But we knew that this weekend wasn't going to be much to talk about. You had Alabama 56-0 over Eastern Illinois. You had Texas A&M 48-0 over Samford. Rutgers gets 9 points to Ohio State's 42. Georgia, Charlotte 35-3. But we had the Oregon USC game, which still Oregon a little bit banged up, especially on the receiver front. There was some concern there, but Oregon puts up 42 points. We covered the 9.5, I think it was, so we won that bet. And I thought that Oregon's ground game was incredible once again, and they were able to stop the run, which, was something they've been able to do pretty consistently throughout. So 42-27 the final.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Couldn't agree more. I think they're in a really good position coming into this rivalry game, and I'm excited to watch it. I think it's all in our control, all in front of us.
King and Sadiq is
Incredible.
pretty good.
I'm really excited to see how he does in the NFL because you've seen guys like a Waller or like what's his name, Pitts, who have all the athletic talent and did great in college, and then in the NFL, it's like, what's going on?
Sure. Yeah.
So I hope that doesn't happen, but he's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, the broadcast was absolutely gushing over him as well. They were referring to him as a Kellen Winslow type.
Yeah, they were glazing him big time.
Glazing him. Jaden Mayava was, he ended up outside of 25 for 43, 306, 3 touchdowns, but then you also had 2 interceptions. I was not super impressed.
No, and overall, I don't think USC looked bad. I think they really rely on their passing game, and they were able to get a few, gashes on the Oregon D, but overall they were able to contain it. And
yeah, Hines and Lane both had over 100 yards, but and then Mekhi Lemon had 2 touchdown catches.
Yeah, I say give him the trophy. No one's stopping this team.
I don't say that.
We are recording this on a Monday because of the short week, and we're trying to get ahead of a few things. So we do not have the college football playoff rankings yet. I do believe when we look at what is going to come out of it, Oregon will be in the top 5. And then there's going to be some tricky things happening with the 10 to 13 spot. And so I think it will definitely come down to this final weekend and how each of these teams perform.
What were your thoughts on the game, Miguel?
Less about the game and more about how this is all going to pan out. Because your entire insufferable group is going to find something no matter what the rankings are and their placement on the bracket. Because Oregon's probably going to win out before the playoffs. So there's going to be, they're either 4 or 5, and it's never going to be no one's ever going to be content. It's like, oh, they have to face Alabama. They have to face Notre Dame. They have to face this team. It's like nothing's ever good enough.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be annoying is there's always something's always coming after us. It's us against the world. No, you're up there, dude. This is not us against the world thing. Someone's always going to be bitching about how it ends up, what the matchups are.
And you're probably right. I will speak for myself though. Being able to have a home playoff game against a team that, at least in my lifetime, never seen Oregon play, like a Notre Dame, like an Alabama, or something like that. I would love to see those matchups. I would be hard pressed to. It's not, as long as we're not playing one of the top 4 teams or one of the previous national champion in the first round, then I'm gonna be happy.
Right.
But that's where I couldn't even understand it even last year. It's like you have, and maybe not just Oregon fans, maybe, there were some, Boise State or ASU fans that were bitching about it. It's like, yes, as far as the bracket structure, we have to face Ohio State on the first game. Holy shit. To me, in the big picture, it doesn't fucking matter. You're going to have to go through the gauntlet of this. Yeah. Whether you face them first or you face them last, if they're really good, you're going to face them.
Yeah.
So if you are blaming your loss because you faced them too soon, is such a bitch-ass way for me to, cry about it. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I think the great example, though, is, Penn State and what they were able to do. They got the advantage of not playing in the championship. I think the big point to that is, why is the team who lost getting the advantage? But obviously they corrected that, and there's nothing, at least in my eyes, really to complain about. I'm really excited. This Oregon team is it's very hard for me to get a read on it.
Right.
The conference championships, though, as shitty as that sounds, that's still within your control. What do you put more weight on? The break before the playoff starts, or winning that?
Yeah,
because I think ultimately when we watched that Oregon Penn State during our Christmas party, Penn State wanted a break, or Landing was like, we got to win this shit. So I don't know if that factored into them maybe being a little bit tired and then facing Ohio State and getting absolutely destroyed. But you still have control over that. It's just what's more important to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that, like, there's certain positives and negatives to the championship game format, and a lot of people are prognosticating that they might just get rid of them.
And I think it's, that's a big part of it, is because they literally saw it in action last year with Oregon.
Yeah.
And so
And it affects seeding. It affects your rest, and some of these guys don't have the opportunity to have the first round bye potentially.
Yeah, I think it is going to get interesting the more years that go by when coaches can kind of learn, because they're going to find holes. They're going to find ways to get, some sort of edge. But, I mean, that's a part of it.
Right.
I just find it so ridiculous because, you probably have a mix of the people that are complaining, that are constantly finding holes, that will always find holes. If they're either – it's hard for me to think that they're all unbiased.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? Like, they might be siding or like, oh, this team deserves to be there. This is fucking perfect to me because this is prove it. That's what this playoff is.
Yeah.
Like BCS, when the computer figures out who the final two are, that's bullshit.
Right.
That's always been
yeah.
bullshit because
That's
it's like,
always been
oh,
bullshit.
you're telling me that we have the same record, but their strength of schedule is a point ahead of ours, and you remember bigger wins more recently, so they're making it. This is like, no matter where you're seated, from 1 through 12, whether you get a bye or you face an Ohio State or a Georgia early on or later, you still have to win the fucking game,
Right.
and you have to go out there and prove
That's true.
it.
That's true. But here, like, when you're thinking about like one of these top 4 teams, and this could be any top 4 team as we're looking at it. Say, like, they're in their championship game, and they've been a top 4 team all year long, and then they lose that championship game, and everyone else who is obviously waiting. Not all these teams who are in the top 12 are in their championship game. And so then all of a sudden you take those teams, they lose, then they get bounced out, they don't get their first round bye, and then now they have to immediately go in and host a quarterfinal game. That's like a 2-week swing of rest that you could otherwise get. And so some of these guys will be like, well, what the hell? These guys are now going to be rested, and I just had to play against one of the best teams in the nation and get my teeth kicked in.
But majority of the time, you are not the only team going through that. What I hear is such entitlement from a fan base that I fucking hate. That's why I'm always going to hate them. It's so entitled.
Are you talking about Oregon fans?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about that. I'm not talking about that as an Oregon fan.
That's an entitled take because you're not the only team going through that. Most of the time, there's more than one team going through that. And yeah, they're all going to complain. But what I hear and I'm using obviously our only year as an example here, like last year, all I hear is they finished the season as number 1. And all I'm hearing from everyone in Oregon was, we should just be waiting in the championship. That's what it all sounds like to me. It's like the fact that we have to go through this gauntlet is not fair. We had such a great regular season. We should just be the team waiting for an opponent in the championship. It didn't matter when they were going to lose to Ohio State or Tennessee or Notre Dame. It's like, this is us. Where's our opponent? And then we play for the ship.
I think that what I saw as the biggest issue last year was how it didn't get reseeded. And so, like, Oregon found their way to play Ohio State, the eventual champion, when they should have, in my opinion, been playing the lowest seed in that, which would have been, I think, Boise State at that point, right? So a team that they had already beaten.
Which they corrected.
Yeah, which they corrected. So, I mean,
which also leans to the point where it's like this wasn't just an Oregon issue.
Yeah, I think if they eventually lost to Ohio State and it would have been 1 round later or something like that, I would have been like, okay, we did this the right way. But the way that seeding didn't re-rank itself was stupid.
Let's not be naive here. Let's not pretend like when you complain about something and you matter as a program, that things don't get changed for you. Let's not think like, oh, they just know they fucked up. This is the same way that the Bills and Josh Allen are important to the fucking league, and the whole overtime thing changed because they didn't have a chance. Oregon's a big enough program that there's enough people that want to see them there. So don't think like, oh, there's enough people. It's just, no, they were crying about it. And what's a perfect scenario in your eyes? They would have faced a lower seeded team like Arizona State or Boise State last year, right? And then what? They would have just lost to Ohio State the next game or Notre Dame the following game.
But at least at that
not
point, I think it would have been
and that's not really
correctly
the point.
formatted.
It's not about when it's not about losing to Ohio State. It's when it happened.
Yeah, like Oregon could have lost and had Penn State in there, and then they could have at least maybe gotten another win because they would have played Indiana or
so
something.
that's probably
like that.
where we're not on the same page. You guys would have felt better had they lost in the second round. To me, losing is losing. It doesn't matter where.
Sure.
Unless you win the championship, but it doesn't fucking matter when I lost.
And it's not, at least for me, it's not how I feel personally. There is a lot more benefit to an organization when you're in a national champion. It helps you with recruiting. It helps you in all sorts of different ways with how this team moves forward. It's not necessarily about like, oh, it makes my heart feel fuller to say we're in a national championship.
There are people who are talking about resting starters. No teams or anything, but it's like when they're kind of addressing this issue, it's like, well, if we have to beat anyone anyways, why play in this gauntlet game against one of the best teams in the nation before we have to do this? Rest all the starters, and then chips fall where they may at that point. So
yeah, like in Ohio State or in Indiana in the Big Ten championship, like what's the point? I guess
I don't know. I think we just have we all have a different way of thinking where, to me, the playoffs are great the way it is. Whether they add more teams, I don't care. But I love that you have to prove that you belong there by winning those games.
Yeah.
It is not figured out by a computer point system.
I agree.
And it doesn't matter. Like, to me, losing on the second or third game of the playoffs doesn't matter. I lost. So if I'm not there holding the trophy at the end, it doesn't matter. And to your point of recruiting, that doesn't matter for teams like Oregon, Georgia, Alabama. It doesn't matter. What did it do for TCU? They were in a national championship 2 years ago. Did it affect their fucking recruiting? You haven't seen anything improve. When you're Oregon, when you're Alabama, when you're Georgia, when you're those teams, if you're probably going to be in the playoffs. It doesn't matter if you make it to the national championship game. Your recruiting will be above everybody else every single year. It's not really going to move the needle that much.
Yeah.
it can't hurt.
Yeah, it can't hurt.
Can't hurt.
But we can name a handful of, outside of the Alabama, Georgia string of years, but, TCU played Michigan. They were in it. When's the last time we heard about TCU?
Right.
Well, you know what I mean?
I feel like their head coach has been implicated in betting on games. Is that incorrect? A Sonny Dykes thing? I don't know. I don't want to start that.
Let's just make it official.
Yeah. I've thrown that out there before and been very wrong.
I just feel like, probably less you, but you and your fan base will find something to complain about. Regardless.
Well, I do want to back Peter up with what he was saying earlier. I think he was saying that college football in general, coaches are going to take advantage of this and it's going to create problems, not from a point of like, oh, this is going to be a problem for the Ducks, they should change it for the Ducks.
It was more of a general statement. And then I guess to like back up, what does the game mean to Ohio State and Indiana? Well, in that game, in the Big Ten, it will be a first round bye or not.
Yeah.
There are some where, the opposing team are not even maybe even in the playoff picture, and so then you've got to start weighing that. Here are your Big Ten championship game scenarios, how each team can make it to the championship game.
There's no shot for Oregon, right?
Oregon needs to win against Washington, and Ohio State needs to lose to Michigan. So
and Oregon's in against Indiana?
Oregon's in against Indiana. Ooh. So Indiana needs to win against Purdue or have Ohio State lose to Michigan. Ohio State needs just to win against Michigan. Michigan needs, who is also in it, needs Ohio State needs to beat them and have Indiana or Oregon lose. So the toughest spot there for Michigan Oregon with the second toughest road, and then obviously.
I assume Oregon, Michigan is or Ohio State, Michigan's this Saturday.
Correct. Yeah.
There's only a couple good games on Friday. Usually there's more.
The SEC championship is a little bit more convoluted. So for Texas A&M, they're 10-0. They need to obviously win, and they're in. Or if they lose, both Auburn and Mississippi State need to beat Alabama and Ole Miss. So Aggies are in a good spot. Alabama needs Texas to beat Texas A&M, needs Mississippi State to beat Ole Miss, and they need to win.
Is there anyone that's going to be playing in their conference championship that, should they lose, will get their third loss and be possibly kicked out of the top 12?
Let me see.
Because that would be kind of crucial. If you're getting your third loss in the conference championship game, there's not any 3 losses so far in the top 12.
Yeah, I think that Alabama would be that.
Whoever is playing against in the ACC championship, whoever loses that would be out.
Miami has 2, and Georgia Tech probably.
Let's see. Georgia Tech has 2 losses. Miami has 2 losses. But then you're looking at the Virginia Cavaliers, the Pittsburgh Panthers, and the SMU Mustangs all have 6-1 conference records. So I don't know. The ACC one, maybe even Georgia Tech and Miami might not be in the championship game.
No, the most interesting one here is if Auburn wins the Iron Bowl, hands Alabama their third loss.
Yeah.
This is where the committee could fuck over an SMU or a Virginia and take a 3-loss Alabama team, put them in instead of a 1-loss mid-major or outside of the Power 5.
Right, because it would be Alabama's third loss, but it would only be their second conference loss. So,
interesting.
Notre Dame doesn't play in a conference championship, so they're set.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing after Thanksgiving, like on the weekend?
Getting a tree.
Should we hang?
Maybe. Yeah, we might.
It?
I think we also might be getting a tree. We still got to figure out if we're going to Arizona or not. Lindsay's been a little wishy-washy on it, and
we're doing a bunch of Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're decorating, and we've done a fake tree the last couple years, but we missed the smell of a real tree.
A real tree.
So we're gonna cut down a tree, make a day of it, decorate, put up some lights, and
sounds wonderful.
And do some Christmas shopping for the children, not you bozos. No adult gifts, just the kids.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Like I said, the SEC championship. Who's going to be in that is a little bit more convoluted. A&M has the best chance. Georgia needs a little help. They need Auburn beating Alabama or Texas beating A&M, or they get in via a 3-team tiebreaker, and then Ole Miss must win and have Texas beat A&M and Auburn beat Alabama.
I'm seeing more and more of Barstool and Dave Portnoy because of the Ohio State-Michigan game coming up, since he's a big Michigan guy. Mm-hmm. I think it's absurd. Obviously, I mean, he has like real, genuine hate for Ohio State as a Michigan Wolverine, so I get it. But I think it's absurd to think that, to discredit Ohio State for that. I think last year is hands down I don't know how many championships Ohio State has. It is the best national championship they have, was last year, just because of going through the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And he's viewing it as opposite. He's like, it just meant absolutely nothing. I was like, that's fucking insane,
that is
dude.
Wild.
They had to play a lot of good teams.
Yeah.
They had to play they had to play Tennessee, Oregon, Notre Dame, right? Those 3 to win.
Yeah, and they had
crazy.
to kind of turn their season around right at the end there, because it did not. They were one more like loss from
we
Ryan
talked
Day
about
getting fired.
Yeah, we talked about him getting cut.
Yeah. Your Friday, day after Thanksgiving games, Ole Miss is a 6.5-point favorite on the road against Mississippi State. I think that Ole Miss is going to cover that. What say you?
So do I.
Okay. Not thinking. Okay,
No.
he does not. I've already
I'm
bet
not
on
putting my
Mississippi
eggs
State.
in those baskets.
Oh, you so and so. You should come over to the Yard family Thanksgiving. That would work there.
If you're a
I
stand-up
would-
comedian there, their
Oh my
ribs would
gosh.
explode if we were there.
I would bust a gut.
Yeah.
Actually, no, not if I'm there. It would just be silence and awkwardness because it'll be like jizz and cum and like what?
Georgia, a 13.5-point favorite over Tech. That game is at Georgia Tech at the it's a Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so it's a neutral site.
What do you want? What do you want?
What's the spread one more time, please?
13.5.
Give me the Hornets. Yellow Jackets.
Yellow Jackets.
Give me the Yellow Jackets.
So you guys are doing this?
With the spread, do we get the 13.5?
Yes. Between you two.
Yeah, we have. Oh, it's me
You
and
don't
you.
want it.
He does not want it.
You guys are you were talking about it. He initiated
I'll
the
take
bet with
it.
you, so I didn't think I was in it.
You were just
I
saying
was
that.
just throwing it out. I'm willing to take the Yellow Jackets 13.5.
Okay, I will take Georgia.
All right.
Pussy for 20 or 10?
10.
10 it is.
13.5. So
I'm giving him-
Georgia's getting 13.5.
Yes. Correct.
No, that's wrong,
No.
dude.
Oh,
Just get correct.
I'm just trying to get to the next game. Indiana, Purdue, 28.5 point spread there.
gosh.
How about Texas A&M and Texas? It is in Austin at Texas Memorial.
It's in Austin?
It's in Austin. A&M
Hold
is
on, how much for the Georgia Tech?
10. A&M is a 2.5 point favorite on the road.
I am not
Texas.
betting. I'm only going to be a part of this. I've lost money on Texas.
I'm not betting on Texas. I want A&M regardless. So.
Yeah, I don't think I can take Texas.
Your final Arizona State.
I'll take it. If either of you want
What's the
Arizona, I'm taking that.
Arizona is a 1.5 point road favorite
I'll take it.
in Tempe.
I'll take ASU plus 1.5 if you guys want it.
That would have to be a straight
it'd
up.
be just straight up.
That's fine
Okay, I'll do it.
for 10.
You're
Yeah.
sick, dude. You're sick.
Then on Saturday morning, you have your 9 o'clock Ohio State, Michigan. Ohio State, a 9.5 point favorite over number 18, Michigan.
I mean, I expect to absolutely gamble this game because you guys are anti-Ohio State, so I like the Buckeyes on my side here.
I actually like Ohio State here, too. I think they're going to kick
Haven't they
Michigan's
lost
teeth
to
in.
Michigan 5 years in a
Doesn't
row?
matter. I think Michigan is one of the most overrated 9-2 teams out there.
You want it? You're a Barstool guy.
It will be in Ann Arbor. It will be 31 degrees.
Big
and
house.
Cloudy.
I really don't want to bet this game.
What's the spread?
9.5.
I mean, I'll take 9.5.
Yep. I will have Ohio State.
No, I will have Ohio State at 9.5.
I don't think so.
That's more than a touchdown. You don't think
It
Michigan
is more
will
than a
cover?
touchdown. I think that Ohio State's going to win by like 17.
Okay, move on. We all want the Buckeyes here.
Okay.
I think Michigan could. Never mind.
What?
Never mind.
Texas Tech is a 24.5 point favorite over West Virginia. Not interested in that. Miami and Pittsburgh.
Ooh, I like that one.
8-3 Pittsburgh versus 9-2 Miami. Miami is a 6.5 point favorite on the road.
Pittsburgh is scrappy.
I know.
I'm willing to bet this, whatever you guys want. I would lean towards taking Miami, though,
I would lean towards Pitt. Let's do it. $10.
at 6.5.
Yeah.
Boom shaka.
That's the line, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oregon, Washington at Washington, as they say. 12:30 kicks. Number 7, possibly number 5 tomorrow. Oregon in Seattle, Husky Stadium. 6.5 point line. Oregon over Washington right now.
Give it to me.
Is it Miami? I have Miami minus 6.5 for 10.
Yes.
Okay. What's the line on Oregon and UW?
Oregon is a 6.5 point road favorite against Washington on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll take UW. Is it me and you?
I want in on it too.
You want to do 20s each or 10s each?
Yeah, I'm kind of getting ganged up on here.
Well, we did it last week though with USC.
This is not the first.
This is
time
not a
we did-
gang up. You can just do 10. I mean, like,
Yeah.
but I think that.
What
you
am I
should do
getting?
20
UW at plus 6.5.
plus 6.5.
Yeah,
They're
we can
8-3.
We can do.
And UW's a scrappy team.
We can do 10 each because we'll probably do a lot of NFL.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, I am very interested. I feel like this is one of those games. It's one of those games.
What the fuck? Was that a Fred Durst?
This really works at the yard farm.
Yeah.
It really
Do you
does.
like the point? Like you were going to back me up on that?
Well, I would be the only person who know.
Yeah. Number 20, Tennessee, is hosting number 14, Vanderbilt.
Ooh.
And I think this one's kind of one of those
I like
games.
I like Vandy here. I got to cheer for Diego.
Tennessee, the 2.5 point favorite. If Vanderbilt wins, it puts the committee in quite an interesting
It
spot
does.
too.
I love Vandy too. So, Pete, if
Would you
want-
take
want
Tennessee?
But they're favored. I feel like I would take Tennessee if they were plus
it's
2.5.
It's 2. So just go straight up. It's a 2 less than 3 point.
Yeah. Who wants to do a straight up on that?
Yeah, it's under 3. That's fine. Would you take Tennessee?
I'll
straight
take
up?
Tennessee. I like Vanderbilt, but for the sake of betting, I will take Tennessee.
I love Vanderbilt in this game. I think Pavia is gonna just dick flop on him.
So
Dick flop on him.
10 money line. Cool.
Virginia Tech, Virginia. Not interested.
No.
Interested, not interested. Alabama is going to be at Jordan Hare and against Auburn.
Auburn sucks though. They're like 5 and 6.
Right, but I mean it's the Iron Bowl. 6.5 points favored Alabama.
I'll
That's
take
it?
Alabama. You want Auburn?
No, I really don't.
That seems like
I really don't.
either they know something we don't, or they're giving too much value to the rivalry.
Yeah. Tulane, Charlotte. Tulane is a 30.5 point favorite to Charlotte, and then
I love Charlotte outright.
then Notre Dame is a 32.5 point favorite with Stanford. So.
What happened to Stanford, man?
Well, they beat Cal and got Justin Wilcox fired. So, you know who else got fired? A former Pac-10, Pac-12 coach, Chip Kelly.
Raiders fired him?
as offensive coordinator. It's the first time, maybe ever, but certainly like in modern history or modern day, that Pete Carroll has fired a coordinator in season. He
How do you
never
know
does that.
It's Pete Carroll who fired him.
Yeah. It is, and then he kept both of his sons on the staff.
Someone was telling me this yesterday that Chip Kelly was the highest paid OC.
He's making $6 million.
Who told me that? Was that you?
Yeah, and they lured him away to then become the highest paid coordinator, in which they had some of the worst running and just the worst offense. I mean,
Chip is meant for college.
And a lot of people are thinking maybe he ends up at Arkansas or...
Oh, Chip going to Penn State.
That honestly makes
That would
sense.
make sense.
Yeah, it kind of
It
does.
feels like it fits.
That
know,
makes too much sense.
I'm going to disagree in the sense that Chip doesn't like playing the... he doesn't like to butter people up, and I feel like there's a lot of money at Penn State where they want their dicks stroked a lot. And Chip is not that type.
That's very true.
He's not that
I
type.
could see him going.
Butter.
Jesus.
I could see him going to like an AC, like kind of doing what James Franklin is doing.
Or just the Arkansas route. Why not?
Is that it for? These are all
Because
the
you'd
good
have to do
college
the
games?
same thing.
Yeah.
He'd definitely have to butter some balls at Arkansas.
Probably butterballs. Right now, so the Raiders have the worst QB in the league this season and one of the worst offensive lines in running games. The run game coordinator and offensive line coach is Brennan Carroll, and the assistant quarterbacks coach is Nate Carroll, both Pete Carroll's sons. So, fun fact of nepotism for you. But when you think about the Raiders coaches the last 20 years, who do you think are the two winning head coaches or coaches with a winning record over the last 20 years?
John Gruden.
John Gruden is not. He was 22-31.
Oh.
I've referenced this person earlier tonight.
Rich Sabiakis.
Rich Bisaccia was 7-5 as an interim.
Antonio Pierce.
No, he was 9-17. This predates John Gruden by one. Who did they get rid of?
Was
to
John
hire
Gruden the coach
Gruden?
with Rich Gannon, like early 2000s? Was it him?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
No, because Gruden was coaching Tampa Bay around that time. Who was Rich Gannon's coach when Tim Brown was with the Raiders? When Jerry Rice?
I think he's
Shell. Lane Kiffin was 5-15. Tom Cable, Hugh Jackson. Maybe before those. The other one, by the way, was Jack Del Rio. Was that me?
I don't know.
That was your Google thing.
Oh, gosh. So, Jack Del Rio, 25-23, was the other winning head coach.
I remember
JDR.
Jack Del Rio as a Broncos coach, not as a
Yeah.
Raiders coach.
14 quarterbacks, 0 playoff wins, and only 2 coaches with a winning record for the Raiders. Who's got a winning record as a quarterback? Your boy, Shedeur Sanders.
That's right.
1-0. It becomes the 42nd quarterback since 1999 to start for the Cleveland Browns.
Did it keep you up at night?
He became the first Cleveland quarterback to win his first NFL start since Eric Zaire in 1995. So those are your stats there. 11 for 20, 209, a touchdown, an interception. The win also, I have a little fun nugget for you.
into the playoffs.
It snapped a 13-game road losing streak for the Browns, which was the longest active streak in the NFL and the second longest in franchise history. And after that, he was fine. I thought that the pressure that the Browns got on Geno Smith was more impressive than what Shedeur Sanders did.
Of course you did.
Well,
I mean, they sacked him 10 times.
name
It was-
a quarterback who's done something more impressive, a Browns quarterback that has done something more impressive than the Browns defense on any week in like the last 3 years.
Right.
You know what was
So I
really
don't-
frustrating? And I was tuned into that game because we were back and forth in our fantasy battle, and I had Judkins, and I had, because red zone was all over the place, I had no idea that Judkins had got hurt for like a second, and Shedeur threw that touchdown pass, and it was like a 50-yard run and catch. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And I had no idea it was some dude named Samson. I thought it was Judkins.
thought
I
it
was
was
like,
him.
fuck yeah.
Would that have been 3 on the day?
That would have been
Yeah.
his third, and it would have been 50 yards and a reception. I'm like, that's a lot. And then I saw that it wasn't him.
What was interesting is Shedeur's post-game comments where he was talking about being in a bad situation and, oh, this is what 1 week of preparation gets you. Just imagine when I get more of this. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yes, you are the third string, but you're still on the same team. And the only reason why you became the quarterback is because everyone else in front of you got hurt. It's not as if you earned that. And then on the final side of things, shouldn't you always be preparing to be the starting quarterback? I know that that's like a little bit difficult to do, but I just thought that like how he spoke in postgame was like, well,
Not good enough for you.
it wasn't good enough for me. Yeah. So I thought that he should have given credit to the defense. And
It's like I've exhausted every response that I could have for this, because then you will go, it's
You
really
didn't
dangerous.
thank God soon enough.
yeah, well, that was the first thing he did. So he
Because then
did
he'll
that.
go, it's really dangerous territory when you guys keep playing this narrative that I don't like outspoken black athletes. But then you constantly make the fucking same point. Where at that point, we're like, you're doing it to yourself. I have no more response.
Shedeur Sanders did not earn that spot. He got that spot and then acted like he was in this bad situation on the same team.
He didn't
that
earn the
was on.
spot. Dylan Gabriel did, who was playing out of his mind. Like, what a great quarterback, right? Dylan Gabriel was just like really lighting it up.
No, but regardless, the only reason why Shedeur got that is because Dylan Gabriel got hurt.
White power, right, Pete?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we're a little shocked now. How are we shocked? I mean, the transcripts really. If that's the only thing missing in the transcripts is white power, but everything else backs up that fact. So I don't understand why we're surprised all of a sudden.
Speaking of white power, cheese and rice.
When's he gonna get to Herbie?
Oh my goodness!
He didn't have a game this week. He was at the Oregon game with Madison Beer.
Great pull by him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing his best out there. I'm happy to see a win, and we'll see. It's the NFL, and it's one of the most
Who the Browns got next week.
talked about player in the league. So obviously there's going to be a lot of chat around it. But at the end of the day, he's still a Browns quarterback. It's still the Browns. It's still the Browns organization. Like, even if he's great, look at Baker. Even if he's great, he's not going to be great for us. So, let's just enjoy the circus while it's still still showing.
Or no matter how great he does or how great he performs, there's still going to be people that are going to pull, this is what he did wrong. Oh, he threw 5 touchdowns?
Yeah, there's always
my God,
haters.
he was scrambling like crazy. He could have thrown 4 picks. He was playing so reckless, and he was doing this and that. And it's like, those people will never go away.
Christian McCaffrey has 1 touchdown now, which is I need him to get a second one. That would be a good payday for me. The Browns, by the way, have the 49ers, who are currently playing Monday Night Football.
What's the score?
Scores 20-9, so you're looking okay in your Survivor League.
Are you really nervous? It's the Panthers.
Dude,
The Panthers
You don't know.
They've done. You don't know, even when you have a 96% chance to win with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
That only happens with the Bills.
That happened with the Eagles this past weekend, actually, when they were up 21-0, and then the Cowboys fumble the ball and they get the ball back. At that point, the Eagles had a 96% chance to win the game.
But the Cowboys aren't a shitty team, though.
The Cowboys came back, and they scored the final 24 points to win in overtime.
God, Pickens. That fucking ruined me.
It did.
Without him, you were toast.
I was toast.
It was done.
That's what's so weird about, we were saying, against that Eagles defense for the last, few weeks, and this defense is formidable. And then just something broke in the second half, and then George Pickens, of all people, is, putting up a couple of scores, 150 yards on you. Wait, hold on, that's different.
There's nothing more comical than the Eagles chatter week in and week out. It is constantly trying to find ways to discredit certain people and to talk shit about certain people and diminish their ability and everything. It was like all the Eagles do is they run and they do tush push and they never throw. And then Hurts has a 350-yard game, gets it to Devontae Smith, gets it to A.J. Brown. Defense lets him down. It's Jalen Hurts' fault. Their defense,
Is that what people are
their
saying?
defense wins it for them. What's A.J. Brown going to say now? I mean, it is like, how many times could you judge this fucking team? At the end of the day, they're still what? They're a 3-loss team. But it's like, okay, Saquon's not the same. Oh, Saquon had a good game. Oh, they can't pass. And then they can't run.
I will tell you.
They just rely on tush push. It's their defense.
As someone who has both A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley on my fantasy team, it is rather frustrating that I can't get both of them to perform at the same time.
Yeah.
That's all. And then you have to have the Eagles at like the 4 to 10 yard line. Otherwise, your goal line back is Jalen Hurts. And so I don't get that score. You do. You get that score.
That's
'cause you
rude,
have
Miguel.
Jalen Hurts.
I draft a dual threat quarterback every single year.
I mean, I'm
because
pretty
of that.
sure for the last 3 years you've had Jalen Hurts.
So,
Before that, I think it was Deshaun Watson. Before that, it was Cam Newton.
right.
Yeah.
It was Texans, Deshaun.
Yeah. Before the masseuse.
Well, regardless of how people may feel about Jalen Hurts, there does seem to be some universal feeling about how people are feeling about J.J. McCarthy right now.
Not good, Bob.
Puts up a stinker, 87 yards, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. He is last in completion percentage, touchdown to interception ratio, and passer rating. And now you've got an outspoken Justin Jefferson, like I said, basically saying like, oh, we keep doing the same thing and expect different results. And that's the definition of
That's
insanity.
bad. There's nobody that's more supportive to their teammates than Justin Jefferson. So if he's turning on you, you're doing something wrong.
Here is an interesting stat that I saw that says Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy would have had a higher passer rating if he would have just spiked the ball on every play. Spike the ball on every play, you get a 39.6 passer rating. J.J. McCarthy rated on Sunday 34.2. So
Not good.
not good. Basically, as well, if we're in the mood to talk about fun facts as it relates to J.J. McCarthy, the first 6 starts, don't look at that yet. You already did. It's okay. J.J. McCarthy has 929 yards, 6 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 54% completion percentage, and has suffered 20 sacks. JaMarcus Russell, the probably biggest draft bust in NFL history, has just 100 more yards, 1 fewer touchdown, 7 fewer interceptions, about the same completion percentage, a little bit higher passer rating. So right now, JaMarcus Russell statistically is better than you.
And he can throw the ball 70 yards from his knees.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
You think the Vikings are regretting getting rid of Sam Darnold?
Well, and then
Or
the
Kirk
Seahawks.
Cousins.
The Seahawks are going to have the Vikings this weekend as well, which is not great.
Oh, that's going to be a boat race.
Not a good time to be facing.
It was.
Each
There was
other.
a part of me because I watched that quarterback documentary and seeing how Kirk Cousins is such a great dude.
Yeah.
And just watching his career, like you're watching it fall apart right in front of you, and it's just bad. Like he's almost worse than some of these guys we're talking about.
Yeah.
But then he threw that touchdown to Mooney. I was like, he's back, baby.
Yeah,
he's back.
The broadcast, they were talking about like almost like playing like the coaches having kid gloves with him. Like, oh yeah, just building up his confidence with checkdowns. It's like Jesus Christ, like he's
war torn.
He is war torn. He's got the yips. He's that post traumatic stress.
That's worse.
But Penix is out for the year.
I'd rather somebody bury me and like talk shit about me than give me the condescending like, oh, you'll do fine. Like you'll be better.
We have check downs for you, sweetheart.
We've got some checkdowns for you, sweetie. Let's see. Yeah, Vikings 23-6 was that final. Chiefs outscored the Colts 14-0 in the final, I believe, 7 minutes of the game plus overtime to basically salvage their season. They were that difference of 5-6 to 6-5 feels huge. At this point.
I still don't think we don't know where the Chiefs are gonna be, but I think what this game told you is you should be scared of Spag. When he fucking clocks in, when he's like, we're about to face the best running back in the league. We're about to face Daniel Jones, who scrambles and all this shit. Like Jonathan Taylor can get 3 touchdowns. He shut him down.
Yeah.
When he clocks in and gets that defense fucking focused, that was the most impressive thing. There's nothing that Mahomes did that was impressive. I think Butker scored the most points for that game.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing that also would be concerning is that their defense played the way they did. The Colts did not play up to the standard they've created for themselves this season, and they still barely won.
Yeah, that's so Jonathan Taylor had 16 for 58. His season average, if I could pull that up really quickly, is 5.8. So his season average was 2 yards per carry less in that game. Daniel Jones, 19 for 31. 181 yards, no interceptions, but on the other side, you had Patrick Mahomes, who threw for 352 yards and didn't throw a touchdown.
Rasheed Rice had over 100 yard game, right?
Rasheed Rice had 141 yards, and so to see that and be like, wait, what do you mean that Patrick Mahomes didn't throw a touchdown?
Scout red zone defense by the Colts there.
This is why, I'm not a Chiefs guy, but I like seeing them win just because of the reaction that you get from NFL fans. Because they have gotten to the point of success that there's no more rewards. There's no more positive opinions of them. Because there's nothing that's going to be funnier to me than the Chiefs go from 5-5, put on a string of fucking wins, make it to the playoffs, and make it either to the Super Bowl or the
At
conference
least a championship
game. Because that'll be a victory, making it to the championship game, right? Mm-hmm. It would infuriate NFL fans.
So many people.
And
it would be annoying.
And they would not get any credit. They would not get any credit. It would be...
No, because that's the expectation.
Right.
But it would be like the league wanted them to be
referee.
there. The refs fucking got them there. They Mahomes would not get any credit. No one would get any credit. And this is me wanting to watch the world burn. I want to piss a fuck ton of people off.
Yeah.
How many people hate them, and that's why I don't mind seeing them there. It's not boring to me because I know just people are just sighing and fucking pissed. It's great. I hope they do it.
Congratulations to you for your big win. Thank you, Walsh, for yet another winning teaser week.
We're going back to the well.
Really?
We're doing it again.
140 paid out $100 to you, good sir. Mm-hmm. And not only that, it was not in doubt in that final.
Hit at halftime
in that final game.
Yeah,
it hit at halftime. The
I don't know if you guys realize this. You know that what would have been, and I mean, right now, if we all started taking it at the same time, we should all be 6-1 for his teaser. Because we didn't experience.
I think I'm 4-1.
We didn't share one of his losses because it was early on.
Yeah.
The only loss we had was the Bills. Mm-hmm. So I'm 6-1 since it was the week that he was a guest. The most painful thing about this week where we were fucking close is I know that he placed that bet earlier, a lot earlier than when he posts it.
Mm-hmm.
He got the Chiefs Colts at 36.5.
Yeah.
We all got it at 37.5. And that cut it close because it was sitting at 37 the entire time until that last field goal. If we would have lost there and he would have won, dude, because we got it by a point.
Request.
Yeah, be like, you owe me. You got to give us this a little bit earlier so we can get your same lines.
I actually would have messaged him because I was like, where's the teaser? So if you were late, I'm like, dude, if that didn't hit, I would have been fucking pissed.
Yeah.
But never mind. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You want to talk about Thanksgiving games?
Yeah, let's get into it because I know there's good ones.
Lions, Packers are your first
or at least
one.
The Ledger's live, baby. Let's
Ledger's
fucking
important ones.
The Lions are a 2.5-point favorite at home.
Miguel,
against the Packers.
I feel like we have to take this one because of our stance at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. What is it? 2.5?
2.5.
So straight up.
It'd have to be.
I'll have the
straight up
Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bitch ass.
bet. I am also thinking we should do a group bet here, but
On what?
well, on just all three of these
a
games.
parity?
Yeah, a 3-game parlay in which we pick all three winners. If we were to
I feel like
group pick,
we should group pick TD scores.
okay.
So then we could bet sides individually. You guys down to that?
Yeah.
Sure.
We each choose a scorer.
A squirrel?
A squirrel. A scorer. A
Yeah,
squirrel.
but what? Jameer Gibbs is sitting at minus 340.
Yeah, right. But that gets us to maybe like plus 100. I don't know if we're going to have any of those lines yet.
Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, let's not take anything over minus 300 because that really doesn't do anything for us.
If I were to bet that game, I would put money on the Lions. Let's see. Your touch.
Why don't we pick a winner?
Jameer Gibbs minus 185 right now.
Why don't we pick a winner and a touchdown score from each game on Thanksgiving?
Okay.
And parlay them together?
Yeah, so it'll be 6 picks, 1 touchdown score. It doesn't matter if it's from the winning team, but like pick a winner and a touchdown score.
So would we do Gibbs and who? Do you want the Packers or the Lions?
I mean, I would want where is it?
It's in Detroit.
I would want the Lions.
Okay.
Okay. Right now, that sits us at plus 132. The next game would be the Chiefs and Cowboys. The Chiefs are a 3.5 point road favorite to the Cowboys. 180 on the money line for the Chiefs, plus 150 for the Cowboys.
I wouldn't want to bet the winner of this game. I'd bet the points in this game because I don't know who's going to win this shit.
Javonte Williams has your best odds as an anytime touchdown scorer at minus 160, with Rashee Rice at minus 135.
I take Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt at plus 135.
Quinnen Williams got hurt. The Cowboys' best interior lineman got hurt in the last game.
That's true.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt has the best chance.
That's a good value play.
What's the points?
What's the total points?
Yeah.
52.5.
No.
Do you
Leave
want
that
the
alone.
Chiefs or you want the Cowboys at plus 3.5?
No, I'm saying like I would be more comfortable with the points because I don't know who's going to win that game.
What's the next
Gotcha.
game?
The Bengals and the Ravens. Apparently, Joe Burrow's coming back, baby.
I don't know if that means that much right
Well,
now.
I mean, that's still kind of shocking that Joe Burrow's coming back. Yeah. I don't know how much that moved the line, but 7 points is your line there for the Ravens, a home favorite, over under 51.5. The Ravens at minus 375 with the touchdown scorers.
If Joe Shiesty's back, I don't know, man. I would say the Ravens cover 7. But
do you
if
just
Joe's
do the 7?
Back, I'd just pick a score, I guess. I don't know.
Derrick Henry at minus 230.
No.
Jamar Chase at minus 115. Chase Brown minus 135.
Chase Brown hasn't been scoring touchdowns.
No.
But if on a Thanksgiving night against the Ravens, whether it's Flacco or Joe Shiesty, they're going to find Jamar Chase. They're going to give him 15 throws.
Yeah, well, and then I think that you also have to look at receivers in this game because the Bengals defense just sucks.
Like Andrews might be a good value play here. Mark Andrews.
Plus 115, Zay Flowers plus 115.
Ooh.
I don't know
I
how
like
many.
either of those.
You like either of those?
Yeah.
What has Zay Flowers got on the year?
Like 3 touchdowns. 4,
Yeah, I
maybe.
mean, I have him, but, maybe this is a Mark Andrews play because remember, Mark Andrews got like no yards but like 3 touchdowns the other day or the other week.
I like Andrews.
Let's do it.
Mark Andrews.
So if we would just keep this at 5 legs, so it'd be 2 scores for each game and then the Lions and Gibbs.
So right now we have
4.
4.
That's a scorer from each game in the Lions.
Or we can just do a score from each game.
Yeah, what would that be sitting at if we just chose
That
those
takes
three?
us to plus 678
Without the Lions winning?
without the Lions winning.
Yeah, why not?
So 30, so 10 each pays 233.
Yeah, do that.
All right.
Is it Gibbs, Andrews, and Hunt?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I want to place as a group because we're all going to be placing like a fuck ton of individual shit.
That's true. That's true.
What other games do we have on?
Well, are we betting any of the Thanksgiving games against each other?
I would want the Chiefs, and I don't know how to feel about this Bengals-Ravens. I feel like the Joe Burrow return is like too much of a variable that I imagine that he will be rusty, but I can't guarantee that. And that's for those reasons I'm out.
Yeah, I kind of want to stay away from the Kansas City Cowboys game.
Well, I'll give it to you, Peter, just so we bet.
Since
it
it's at 3. I mean,
is it 3.5 or 3?
On ESPN Bet it's 3. On DraftKings it's 3.5.
I'm gonna go DraftKings. So would you take the Chiefs at minus 3.5? I'll take the Cowboys.
Sure, I will do that.
Okay. Are we doing no one wants the Ravens Bengals?
No.
Okay. And then are we betting any of the other games before I put the ledger has an expiration time tonight.
We've got
Once I turn it off, it's off.
We've got Eagles Bears on Friday, day after Thanksgiving.
What's the spread on that? I'll take the Bears.
Eagles -7. I will take the Eagles -7.
10 spot.
You guys doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
We shall see. As if Caleb Williams can cough the ball up the way that he did in the end zone this past weekend, that would be good for me. 49ers Browns, San Francisco 4.5 point.
I'll take it.
You want the Browns?
I want the Niners.
Oh no,
against him.
No, thank you.
No.
Jags
4.5. That's it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, no.
The Jags Titans, Jags -6.5. Texans Colts will be kind of interesting. A low scoring affair, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't want to bet on that. I have no idea.
Texans have a very good defense.
They do.
And the Colts might get back-to-back losses. Texans, let me look at that line here. What is the line on that game?
The total points is 14.5.
Yeah. Let's see. Your current line for that is Texans plus 185 on the money line. That might be a good value play. Saints, Dolphins, not too interested in that, although Dolphins could find their way to, would that be, 3 straight wins? Falcons, Jets, that's a stinker of a game. No, thank you. Cardinals and Bucks got less interesting because now you're in this battle of the backups between Jacoby Brissett and Teddy Bridgewater.
Nope.
The Seahawks are a 10.5 point home favorite to the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't think anyone here will take the Vikings.
No.
0%. Chargers, a 10-point favorite to the Raiders. They're at home. The Bills Steelers, that is a 3.5 point spread where the Bills are a road favorite at 3.5.
Yeah, and Rodgers is Rodgers playing? Or is it Rudolph?
He should be back.
Yeah.
Nah, I still don't trust him though.
And then the Broncos Commanders, Broncos 6.5 point favorite, just a 6.5 point favorite.
So the games that we just bet on are the best games. You just went through a string of absolute trash games outside of Thanksgiving. So Sunday's not that great.
Yeah, and then and
that's when you do your tree shopping.
That's when you do the tree shopping. Yeah. Yes. Patriots are a 7.5 point home favorite to the Giants on Monday Night Football.
Jameis, though. I mean, Jameis balled out.
He was cooking.
Yeah, sure did. And then they fired their defensive coordinator.
Dude, he needs
get him out.
If once he leaves, or is that it for our ledger?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once Jameis is done playing football, he seriously needs someone to reach out to him. He needs to be present. He needs to be on the screen. That is one of the funniest fucking people.
Yeah.
I saw a video today. It was like one of those videos that's not out for everyone to see. Like you really have to catch it on like an NFL network. And it was like, if you're not a football player, what would you be doing? And it was like Debo and Josh Allen. And Josh Allen's like, I'll be a professional bird watcher. You know, Smith and Jigba was like president of the United States. When they got to fucking Jameis, I was dying. Just the way it was more of the delivery than what his answer was. And the giant grin on his face. He goes, I would be a podiatrist. That's a foot doctor. and then it just cut.
And that's it.
It's the greatest fucking delivery, greatest answer.
I love him.
He's so funny, dude.
I mean,
and he's so like his energy is just like he's happy all the
infectious.
time. He's happy all the time.
But I agree with you. It would be a true shame if he didn't continue somehow in front of the spotlight.
I want like
There might
He
be a
knows that, too.
bidding war.
to be an analyst or play-by-play
Yeah,
or
Fox
whatever.
and
Or one of
NFL
one of
Network
the-
and
one of those like Manning cast type of things.
Just have wherever Gronk is, have the two of them be in the same room.
that might be too much chaos.
Oh, it would be
Oh my
so
gosh.
good. It would be so good.
You need like Jameis Winston and like Nick Saban.
Jameis Winston is part of College Game Day with McAfee and
That would be
Saban and
fun.
Kirk.
That would be fun.
Just licking his fingers,
Yeah, eating dubs.
eating them dubs. That's all he does. I don't have much else. I'm trying to put in this bet at this point.
Well,
So we have our ledger bets against each other, and then the only group one is Gibbs, Andrews, and Kareem Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing what, 10 each?
Yeah, I have it up. 30 pays $233.50.
I feel good about that.
I do too. I might double bet that
Yeah.
Yeah, I might
'Cause
put
I-
that in myself too.
because I know there's going to be a boost available.
Oh, sure. Yep. Let's see. Did you see Klay Thompson and Ja Morant getting a little into
Ja
it?
Morant sucks.
Yeah. Then Chauncey Billups pleads not guilty. Gets out. Puts his Colorado house
The whole
up.
gambling thing is affecting everyone because even that Rams post game thing.
With Devontae.
Yeah, McVay was
Adams.
like, I'm betting on everybody in that locker room, and Devontae Adams goes, I just want to address that. He means figuratively. He's not betting on us.
Literally betting.
It was pretty
just
good.
to clear that up.
But Ja Morant, you should not be talking that much if the last time you suited up was like half a fucking season ago. All that guy does is run his mouth. I don't know where this hate is coming from with like since Klay started dating that rapper, all of a sudden everyone in
They're
the
just
league
jealous.
Everyone in the league
Have you
hates him. It's like they're all hating, they're jealous of him, and it's insane.
I mean, every single one of those dudes would love to be sleeping with Meg the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion.
It's a classic case of like, why is Megan the Stallion, who everyone wants to fuck, with this light-skinned dude who's no longer with Golden State, dropping the same
He's
30
no longer
points?
a
Is like
splash
he's
brother.
no longer a fucking star. And I was just curious, and I looked up his numbers during that spat. He dropped 22.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah,
he didn't suck in this
he's
game.
still hooping. I've been watching NBA, boys. I've been watching the
Yeah.
Cup.
Now that we share
You've
the
been-
DraftKings thing, I see how much
You're
NBA you're betting.
Yeah. You've got the bets.
Yeah, I love how on Sunday he's like, I am now realizing how many bets you place like every week, and I'm like, I'm realizing that not only is your account fat right now, but you also have a problem because I'm seeing a string of like an assist parlay and a fucking rebounds parlay and an NBA. I'm like, you don't watch the NBA.
I was one leg off. Okay, one leg
With
off.
fucking-
One leg.
You don't even know who's Isaiah Collier.
I
but
don't.
But you follow
Hey,
some sort of Twitter page. It's
I'm-
like, dude,
I'm-
this guy's on a string.
I'm following the statistics. It's numbers, not names, baby.
Yeah. Loves him some assist.
It feels good when you hit an
parlays.
NBA bet.
It does. I've hit two of them, and it's like I'm so smart.
I don't. It's too unpredictable for me. I'm just not going to do it.
There are because they play so many games though. It's much easier to find consistencies, and so you can get lost in that. I'm a little bit lost in that right now.
I like betting the NFL way more. I think gambling in football is way more fun. There's more the feeling of like the adrenaline from winning an NBA bet, I think, is bigger, but the disappointment of losing an NBA bet sucks way more.
Yeah, for that exact same reason, because you have enough analytics to say they've literally done this. They've hit this statistic for 9 games in a row, and then I bet it, and they don't.
Yes, and another thing is when usually if you are watching a 7:30 tip-off or an 8 o'clock tip-off, which is usually like any team that Kevin Durant is on or Steph Curry, and you need and this is a real example, Golden State playing Washington Wizards, and you just need Steph to score 20 points.
That's all.
And he scores 18, but they're up by 30, and he sits the rest of the fourth. There's nothing more infuriating.
Yeah.
That's your last leg of the 9 for $1 to win $95, and you see Steph come out. They're up by 30, and he doesn't. And you're sitting there like an idiot going, come on, Wizards, come back. Come on. Like it's going to happen.
Yeah, please.
So stupid.
Go on a run. It's a game of runs.
That when that's when it feels more staged to me, because they'll sit the second half, or they either won't play or they just start missing everything and they get 4 bricks and they're like, okay, we'll put this other guy in, and then he goes on a heater, star doesn't come back in, and you're like, well, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Well, the news of the night: the Los Angeles Lakers are signing center Drew Timme to a two-way NBA deal from their South Bay team.
Timme has been killing it in the G League.
Yeah, he was averaging 25.5 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Still headbanded up.
Yep, he sure is. Yeah,
Oh,
look at the image that they put out. There you go. Headband.
Rocking the beard now.
Wasn't he always rocking a beard? Or was it just kind of like not?
It was like
scruffy.
Yeah, it was a 19-year-old's beard.
Right.
Well,
I'm still trying to figure out the 19-year-old beard.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there.
I'm letting it grow.
Maybe next
until
year,
right before Thanksgiving, when I shave it up, a nice baby bald.
Well, I'm thankful for you guys. Happy
Likewise.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I look forward to seeing all of your terrible bets on DraftKings.
Clear eyes.
Forward.
Can't lose.